Nice clean game, huh?
And it's the Pistons to start out. And a look at the starters for the Pistons. We've got Rivers. He's out there with DeRozan. Michael Redd is out there with Ewing. And it's Cowens in at the 4 spot. And it's good, 2 points.
Defensively, you hate to see DeRozan in the painted area. Shoots a high percentage from that area.
And really, DeMar DeRozan is a master at what he calls body hunting. That ability to just kind of draw fouls. I think he and James Harden actually are the guys that have really kind of set the tone for how to create those opportunities to get to the line.
Here's Cowens after the made shot from Carmelo Anthony. Now the feed to DeRozan. He gets that one.
Heating up early on. This is exactly how he wanted to start the night.
Well, he has the ability to get you off on the right foot. Now it's just about sustaining it.
Here's Lister. 11 points for him in that last game against Portland.
And, of course, you cannot forget just how dominant his shot blocking was in that game. Just changed the entire complexion of that game. And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
So it's Detroit now. Cowens passes to DeRozan. And the layup falls. DeRozan's got 6 points.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's Anthony. He's coming off a 25-point game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
Also, you have to mention the rebounding, another area where he excelled.
Red with the ball. Now Anthony defending. Rebounded by Anthony.
Woo, that's the one when you watch the film back, he's going to cringe. He couldn't ask for a better opportunity.
Here's Walker. No good on that one. And it's Detroit the other way. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
Yeah, I just thought their energy was lacking defensively. Just gave up way too many easy shots.
You know what? That's a problem anytime, but especially on the road where you need to be given an extra effort.
And there it is for him.
You know, that's another good play call. They are shooting 80% to start this game.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Booker. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Dwayne Casey and I got a chance to talk for just a bit. He said they're not as worried about getting back on defense as they are about having extra bodies on the offensive glass. He feels that even though they may give up some transition baskets, they'll make up for it with lots of second-chance points. We'll see if that all adds up for a win tonight, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And that speaks close to your heart, doesn't it?
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Last outing for the Rockets, it was a loss to Portland.
No other way to put it. Defense was awful, completely uninspired at that end of the floor.
They also committed a lot of mistakes while their opponent was extremely disciplined.
And beyond his ability to shine on the basketball floor, you have to commend Carmelo Anthony's effort, Greg, to get NBA players and other athletes more involved in making the world a better place.
Yeah, I mean, there's still a lot of work to be done, but guys like Melo see what is beyond the world of basketball. He's spoken out as well as done the legwork of being active in his communities, and a lot of charity work for Melo. It's just nice to see the maturation process play out.
And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That is his first foul of the game. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Taken away by Anthony. Pass to Lister to the inside. Tries from 10. It's deflected. 3-on-3. Outside DeRozan. Here's Ewing. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
He has great instincts on the offensive end. He's tough to contain.
The Pistons shooting their first free throw of the game right now. The free throw off from Ewing. Lister with a screen on Red. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Well, You could feel the clock ticking for Melo's time in New York, and this offseason, it finally ended, Greg.
Yeah, and for a team like this to add Melo to the mix, what a blessing. I mean, Melo still has a ton of offense to offer, and hard to add a player so skilled as Melo for practically nothing.
Detroit making a switch here. Dandridge has checked in. Here's Cowens. 20 points for him last game against the Suns in Phoenix. Knocks down the three ball. Cowens has got 7 points in the game.
And just building on to the lead, extending it, trying their best to put this one away.
You sense the game has a number of ways it can go. All you can do is your very best at that moment. Doesn't get exactly the screen he wants, but turns out he doesn't need it.
Rivers passes Dandridge. Here's Cowens. The screen from Ewing. Rivers with it. He's picked up by Walker. Ewing, a screen on Walker. 4 on the clock. Robinson with the block. Here's Cowens. Now, here's Walker. 11 points for him in that last game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And he passed the ball so well in that game, keeping everybody involved, even as he was racking up all those points.
Stolen by Robinson. Walker against Rivers. Booker dishes to Robinson. It doesn't go for him. Excellent defense there from Ewing. Rivers in the corner. He dishes it to Ewing. Rivers against Walker. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Already his second foul here in the first makes it a tough decision whether to leave him in or not.
Lewis checked in for the Rockets. And Booker kicks to Walker. Good. And a nice assist from Booker.
And he's kind of always had that shoot-first mentality for a point guard. And when you can shoot it like Walker, it's not necessarily a bad thing.
Now here's Ewing. 11 points for him in that last game against the Suns in Phoenix.
You know what? I also like how he attacked the glass. Gave a terrific effort in that department.
Detroit, no good that time either.
Tough miss. He found some space inside the arc, but he could deliver.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
When your defense translates into offense, it's a beautiful thing.
And the dunk by Robinson.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Lewis against DeRozan. Past Dandridge. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Ewing kicks to Rivers. To the middle. Cowens. Lays it up and banks it in. Cowens has got 11 points.
Yeah, what a quarter for him. Firing on all cylinders, putting this team in a good place.
Here's Lewis. Offensive rebound. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
Defensively, you cause the miss, but then you have to corral it.
You know, there's nothing more frustrating than that. Giving up points on a possession, you won.
Houston making some changes. Derek Favors checked in for Lister. And it's Wilkins in for Booker. Here's Brandon. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Freeman, Lewis covering. Pass to Brandon. Pulls it up. It's rebounded by Houston. Outside Robinson. Here's Favors. And it's blocked. Here's Dandridge. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Outside Wilkins. Dishes to Robinson. From deep, Walker. It's good from long range. Walker's got his second bucket.
There's a chance he could go for a big game if they don't D him up on the perimeter.
And last season, the final season for the Pistons, Smitty, playing at the Palace of Auburn Hills, as much as you love the new arena, It's always sad to say goodbye to an old friend. What was it like playing at the Palace of Auburn Hills, Steve, when you were in the game?
You know, I loved it because I'm from Detroit, the hometown, and those guys had that place rocking. It was state of the art when they first built it. But if you look right now, is because I'm a Detroit native, they're playing inside of Detroit. The pass is a pass, but it was a great pass. He's been locked in all quarter, really finding his rhythm.
There's the pass to Andridge. Robinson against Monroe. Passes to Cowens. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Cowens has got it all tied up now for the Pistons. And Walker kicks to Robinson. Left side Walker. Back to Robinson. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Love's checked in for Detroit. There's the pick. Monroe up top. Down low. Pass to Freeman. It's a pick by Love. Shot off the screen. The putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Houston's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Here's Wilkins. And counted, and a chance for one more at the free throw line.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
In examining his numbers this season, we can see that he's been an exceptional free throw shooter, right around 85.
And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot two.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
The Pistons have gone 0 for 1 at the line. This is their second trip to the line tonight.
And one of the highlights on the season has been their ability to make free throws. How about 82% as a unit?
And it's Simmons penetrating, and he makes that one.
Really like watching Simmons go to work down low with his length and strength. There aren't many guys that can keep up with him.
Kicks it to Monroe. Love the pass to Cowens. From the stripe. And that one comes up a bit short. Rockets leading by 3. Simmons dishes to Wilkins. At the top of the key, Lewis. Back to Wilkins. Here's Favors. Got a hand on it. Here's Murasov. And finally they hit one. And it's a 5-point Rocket lead.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Out to the right wing. Love wide open. He fires. Great positioning on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
High post try. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
And you can't end the period any better than that.
Yeah, I agree. Shot clock doing his thing. He times it out perfectly.
No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. The Rockets on top. They're up by 5. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And we talked to Carmelo Anthony earlier, and he talked about how this team has
we got back to trusting one another on both ends.
a lot of talent there, keeping them all working together. And we return to the second quarter, and Noche Latina specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Rockets, guys.
Hustling on that offensive glass, that's led to a number of second chance points.
A fundamental part of basketball, taking advantage of guys who fail to block out.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor for Detroit, they've got Michael Redd. Craig Monroe is out there with D, and it's Brandon in at the point guard position.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
And Simmons kicks to Favors. The 10-footer. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. Derek Favors missing about a month last season with the bone contusion in his left knee.
You know, that's why his numbers took a dip last season. Normally, he's improved year after year, still young despite his years in the league.
Houston making a switch here. Anthony's checked in.
You know, the shooting ability of Derek Favors combined with his size makes him a hard matchup for most defenses.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. We all know just how physically strong NBA players are, Steve, but they have to be mentally tough as well. How about in that category? Who has the best mental toughness, guys you've observed?
I look at a guy that loves the big moment right now. On top of the list, it has to be a Kyrie Irving, LeBron James, the great ones, Russell Westbrook. I mean, his focus, and James Harden. Those are the guys that stick out for me, that just come in and night out. Al Horford, mental toughness. You love those guys because their mental toughness match their skill set. They usually have great results.
And here's Favors following the 3 from Michael Redd. Favors passes to Carmelo. And that's going to be a travel. And a look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for Detroit.
And they haven't been able to exploit the 3 from the corner. Maybe some better ball movement would help open the floor and get that shot into their arsenal.
Brandon, the pass to Monroe. The Pistons working the ball around now. Now the dish to Redd. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one's on Anthony. The Pistons have made 3 of 5 free throw attempts. Free throw good. Redd. Devin Booker, he's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's tied up with that one. Here's Simmons. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Feeds it to Lewis. Outside for Simmons. Favors with the screen. Simmons dishes to Favors. Offline from the top of the key.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Fires from 18. Redd's shot is right there. Redd's got 8 points. Rockets have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Here's Simmons. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Simmons got the game tied up here for the Rockets. Now the pass to Freeman. He kicks it to Love. It's a pick by Love. Love with the screen on Lewis. It's right outside. Muresan the rebound. Muresan's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Favors with the screen. Here's Lewis. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Lewis has got his first bucket of the night.
On that play right there, Favors is a selfless player who is willing to do whatever it takes to get his guys clean looks at the basket.
Rockets have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Lewis kicks to Simmons. He can't get it to go. Good work defensively by Monroe. Love right side. Pass to Brandon. And Derek Favors picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Rockets making a change here. Lister's checked in. Here's Rivers. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. He feeds it to Ewing. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
And because of his size, that's a difficult shot to contest.
But it's not just the size, it's the natural feel for the mid-range game. Not everyone has it.
Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
What strength on the slam from Simmons, punching it home and sending a real message there.
Rivers with it. 8 points his last outing. There's the pick. Shoots off the screen. Hits the front of the rim and out. Houston in the lead. Passes it to Murasai. Lewis outside. Here's Lister. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Lister's got his second bucket of the game to go. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
It's tipped. Now Simmons. He has 6. The feed now to Booker. Simmons on the wing. He's guarded by Rivers. And that one's good. Simmons.
His temperature is rising. I mean, it is rising.
Rivers kicks to Ewing. Love against Lister. And that one's good. Love.
Crafty move. He recognizes the size disadvantage, and the mid-range is close enough.
Right. No reason to take it all the way to the rack. Instead, take what the defense allows.
Now here's Rivers. Looking for his first basket still in this one. DeRozan, good on the 13-footer.
DeMar DeRozan, one of the best in the business in knocking down the mid-range jump shot.
Lewis passes to Lister. Down low, it's deflected. That's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession.
Yeah, tremendous hustle just to get a hand on that one.
Reads the play, quick reaction, almost comes up with that steal.
Robinson's checked in for Houston. Walker comes in for Simmons. And Detroit with a change here, too. Dandridge is checked in. Here's Booker. And there's the foul. It'll go on the captain. That is his first foul of the game. The Pistons have gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. Pass Dandridge. They set the screen. Here's Cowens. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
And that's the look this offense is designed to produce.
Always frustrating when you do everything right, yet just can't complete the play.
For 3, Booker. Rebound by the Pistons. Ewing's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Lewis against Dandridge. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Steve, you talk about the value of versatility in the NBA. It's never been higher than I think right now, wouldn't you say?
You're right, Kevin. The reason why is back in the day, a big guy got the rebound. A point guard or a guard would have to come back to bring the basketball up. Now, you see a guy like Anthony Davis, Al Horford, DeMarcus Cousins. They grab the rebound, and you see as a shooting guard and a point guard, they getting out and sprinting because they know they have a guy that can bring it up and make the right play at his size.
Dominique Wilkins, he's checked in for Lewis. That one drops. He ties it up. Houston's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Dishes to Robinson. Shoots over Ewing, and that one goes long.
And the defense daring him to shoot that. Good plan right there.
Oh, the lob to DeRozan. Stolen by Robinson. Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession. And now it's time to look at our rookie leaderboard and see which of the first-year players are tops in assists during the last month. 4th, Devin Booker.
And he's been setting the table beautifully. I mean, that'll keep his veteran teammates really happy.
Rivers passes Dandridge. Here's Cowens, defended by Lister. Kicks it to Rivers. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A floater. Yep, it counts. And the Pistons lead by 2.
Playing big, willing to go toe-to-toe against a guy who towers over him.
And did you see the separation he got? It's an art, creating that kind of space.
Robinson drives in, and that one drops for him.
Yeah, the onslaught continues. He's been unstoppable now for a couple of nights.
The momentum is building, scoring in a bunch of ways. That's why his number keeps getting called.
For Detroit, they've gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter, up over 50%. Here's Cowens, defended by Lister. Here's DeRozan, and misses it off the right side of the rim.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far. Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Pistons on defense. Robinson dishes to Walker. Feeds to Booker. There's a screen by Robinson.
Oof, ugly second quarter for him, and now I think he's starting to really force the issue.
Charity stripe shot. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Booker, and that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. Booker's got his first bucket in this one. DeRozan a screen on Walker. The dish to DeRozan. 6 on the shot clock. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target. DeRozan's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Look at the focus in DeRozan's eyes on that shot. A guy right in his face, but he had no problem finishing it.
Right now, let's check out the standings in the Eastern Conference and see how the playoff race is shaping up. Taking a look at Cleveland. They've got their eye on the #1 seed as the season moves into the final stretch. Currently first place in the standings, and guys showing no signs of letting up. And of course, Detroit, they're much further down in the standings right now.
And right now for the Pistons, they're going to stumble towards the finish line this season with the playoffs nowhere near a possibility.
All the talk around them now is already about what's going to take place in the offseason. Who's going to go? Who's going to stay? I'd be surprised if they don't have a much different look next year.
Here is Robinson following the score by DeMar DeRozan. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a 3-point play opportunity. It's going to be Robinson shooting. That's on Patrick Ewing. For Houston, they have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And Booker kicks to Wilkins. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a 3-point play opportunity.
Exploiting the opposing defense in the paint here. That they've set up shop down in there this second quarter, and boy, are they cashing in.
Derek Favors checked in for the Rockets. And Smitty, every NBA player who plays as long as you did has a moment where they realize Father Time has caught up with them. Was there a specific moment for you, for instance, when you realized that you had to retire, or you were being asked to retire?
Hey, Kevin, great question. It happened all in one sequence.
Oh, really?
I was playing the power forward position. Imagine that. I started in this league as a point guard. I go to the power forward position. I step out to hedge on Jamal Crawford. He throws it through my leg and keeps it and lays it up. I look over at Bernie Bickerstaff, and he nodded and said, "You know what, Smitty, it's time." I said, "Golly, coach, in the game, in the middle of the game." But that moment, I realized the game was passing me by with these young guys. And me and Jamal Crawford has talked about it. It was one of those moments when I didn't even react. I knew my reaction skills were gone.
That's an amazing story. Now here's Booker following the miss by DeRozan. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Walker.
And he throws it right out of bounds. Careless mistake.
And the Pistons making a change here. Pistons trailed by 5. Outside DeRozan. Ewing against Robinson. And here's Ewing. 6 points for him. Now, here's DeRozan. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
It seems that DeRozan has been involved in every score out there in this one, just zipping around the floor.
Booker the pass to Robinson. Shoots over Ewing, and it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And the first half comes to a close. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a...
And now, the 2K Sports
Welcome
Halftime
back,
Show.
everyone, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Some big-time action already in this one. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Houston found themselves in a close game in the first. During one stretch, they trailed by 7, never falling behind too far. They didn't stop fighting in the second quarter as they maintained most of their first quarter lead and now lead by 3 at the break. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
You have to love a team that pounds the offensive glass. That's going to gain you.
And that will wrap up.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Really an incredible game from David Robinson.
What we saw in the first half, he has a nice mixture of moves down low, and they've been going to him.
Rockets leading by 3. They've got Robinson. Kemba Walker is out there with Devin Booker. Then it's Wilkins. And it's Lister in at the 4-man position. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Off the left rim and out.
I mean, the mid-range jump shot, a lot of guys have a hard time knocking it down.
There's a screen by Robinson. Wilkins kicks to Robinson. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Booker. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's averaging 11 points a game, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
You need guys who understand their roles, carry them out without complaint. Everything he does is for the team.
The first one falls. Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for Wilkins. Robinson hits them both. Pistons trailed by 5. The screen from Ewing. Rivers kicks to DeRozan. Robinson with the block. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. Here's Rivers. Shot clock at 6. He dishes it to Red.
Ugly start. The second half, they've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track. Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime. And the shooting form of Anthony, just perfect. He's dangerous with the catch and shoot and just terrific at scoring when in rhythm.
Cowens passes to DeRozan. A baseline J, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. DeRozan's got 16.
Perfect play to run there to get a clean look.
And Walker kicks to Anthony. And a miss there on the triple. Pistons trailed by 5. And the pass to Cowens. Red with the ball. He's got 8. Puts it up from 17. Ewing can't get it to go. Booker outside. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. And a look here at the shot chart for the Pistons.
And everything he's touched has turned to gold. If you are on defense, you have to make sure all 5 players know exactly where he is at all times. Because if he gets a sliver of a look, he'll get it done.
Pass to Cowens. Back to Red. Takes a 3. That shot off the mark. So Houston will take it the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. That'll be the second of 5 straight played at home. Another miss by Houston.
Just 1 for 4 since the break. They are looking for better efficiency on the offensive end.
Here's DeRozan, and so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And when you think about a slasher, a guy who makes his living attacking off the dribble, no better example than DeMar DeRozan.
You know, Steve, DeRozan a great ball handler for his size. He can isolate or work in the pick and roll.
Does a nice job of coming off screens and rolls, being able to create for his teammates, and also a big-time slasher that can put you on a poster.
And here's Anthony for three. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Walker's got his fourth assist in this one. Out to the right wing. The screen from Ewing. Michael Redd on the wing. Shoots. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Red's got 10. Rockets leading by 4. Passes it to Lister. Back to Walker. Outside Anthony. From deep three-point range. Here's Lister. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboards.
Houston's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Robinson a screen on Rivers. Anthony on the wing, guarded by Redd. 6 on the shot clock. Robinson sets a screen for Walker. Rebounded by the Pistons. Ewing's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Now Rivers. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Cowens passes to DeRozan. Over Booker. Robinson pulls it in.
Obviously, this has been a tough quarter for him, but he's still trying to keep a positive mindset.
Booker dishes to Walker. Lister with a screen on Redd. And Ewing sends it back. Walker against Rivers. Cowens passes to Ewing. Over Robinson. And off the front iron, and in it goes. He's got 8. Rockets have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Robinson a screen on Rivers. And Walker kicks to Robinson. Over Ewing. The Rockets again can't hit.
Looking a little tentative on a very makeable shot, and this one was uncontested.
And here's Rivers. Back to DeRozan. Shoots over Walker. And DeRozan with the basket on the assist by Rivers. Rivers has got 5 assists in the game. And Walker kicks to Booker. Here's Lister. He has 6. He feeds it to Anthony. Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession. While we have a moment here, let's see which teams have scored the most second chance points since the All-Star break. The Rockets, number 1.
Not many will go after it on the offensive boards the way they do. I mean, and particularly since the break, they have really made teams pay on the inside.
The screen from Ewing. For the lead, DeRozan's shot is off. Houston's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Booker against DeRozan. Trying to get back on track. Robinson can't get that one to fall. Detroit's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. DeRozan dishes to Rivers, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rivers. Derek Favors checked in for Houston. Simmons comes in for Devin Booker. Monroe's checked in for Detroit. Now here's Simmons. 8 points for him. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Redd, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
No doubt that could be a gigantic swing in momentum given how that sequence developed.
Robinson, that's good.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Redd passes to Cowens. He kicks to Rivers. Lets it go with a 3. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Anthony with the screen on DeRozan. There's a screen by Robinson. And Simmons kicks to Anthony. And it's blocked.
I mean, he's struggling, hitting a low percentage of his shots this quarter.
Outside DeRozan. And Derek Favors picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Rockets making a switch here. Wilkins is checked in. Here's Brandon. Pass to Cowens. Over Favors. Here's Ewing and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Outside, Simmons. It's Wilkins on the wing. 7 points in the game. Shot clock at 5. For the lead. Rebound, Detroit.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Cowens. He's covered by Favors. Here's Brandon. Misses the three, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Simmons dishes to Wilkins. Outside Favors. There's the feed to Anthony. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
And here's a look at the stats for Robinson. A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. 4th in rebounding. And with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, you put the ball in his hands, and he converts at a remarkable rate.
And he's so explosive, so hungry. You really can't keep him off the glass when he wants to get there. That's why he's top 5 in rebounding. Brandon drills the three-pointer. Brandon's got 6 points.
And defensively, you've got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, he could have made a better choice. He left him an easy one. Let's see how he plays the next screen.
For 3, Booker knocks down the 3-ball. 5 points in the game.
Oh, okay, it's on. Trading blows here from distance.
You know what? Both sides are in rhythm. The defense out there having no effect.
Inside. And it's Favors that time on the assist by Booker. Favors has got it all tied up now for Houston.
That's where majority of Favors points come from. So effective from the interior area of the floor.
And Cowens gets it to go.
Love the extra possessions. Defense has them stopped, but can't control the boards.
Simmons passes to Booker. Outside Favors. Dishes it to Carmelo. Over Red. And that's going to be a travel. Let's check out the standings in the Western Conference and see how the playoff race is shaping up. Look at the Lakers. Very strong season they've had, always at or near the top of the conference. And right now they're in first place in contention for that, exactly where they want to be as they close in on the postseason. And, of course, the Houston Rockets, right now quite a ways down below.
And seeing where the Rockets are, they're in the mix for a playoff spot, which is definitely a positive. But I'm sure they'd like to have had their hands around that spot a little tighter than they do.
I agree. They're not going to be able to coast. They're going to have to battle their way into the postseason. But maybe they'll toughen up by the time the playoffs arrive.
Here's Anthony. Rebound, Detroit. Cowens has got rebound number 11 for him here tonight.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
It's Ewing high post. Michael Retta's on the wing. Back to Ewing. The pass to Brandon. No good from outside. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Pistons ahead. They lead by 5. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. Now let's take a listen on head coach Dwayne Casey.
Get the pass, attack.
All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. And Detroit, looking at who they've got. We've got DeRozan. Michael Redd is out there with Ewing. And it's Brandon in at the point. Cowens passes to DeRozan. And he makes the bucket, drew contact, and gets the whistle, too.
The savvy and body control of DeRozan. It allows him to finish the play through contact and get to the line.
And it's the Rockets with the ball. 8-point game. And Walker kicks to Booker. Second chance shot, and Robinson with the layup. Robinson's got 20 points.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Out to DeRozan, feeds it to Redd. Ring shot on the way. David Robinson with the rebound. Robinson's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. A nice shot by Booker.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Kicks it to Ewing. Some solid defense from Robinson. Rockets trailed by 4. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Here's DeRozan. Robinson with the block. Outside, Walker. The dish now to Anthony. There's a screen by Robinson. 6 to shoot. Back to Anthony. Launches a 3. Robinson, the second chance points on the tip in. He's got 22.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. The Pistons working the ball around now. It's stolen by Anthony. And it's Anthony with the jam.
Yeah, just superb focus there from Melo. Overpowering the D, one of the best shooters we have in this game.
Pass to Redd. Here's Cowens. He's covered by Favors. Here's DeRozan. That doesn't go either for DeRozan.
And this is a guy that can get you stops. Aggressive on the defensive end.
Also doing a good job of tracking the ball, contesting the mid-range jumper as well. He really looks composed shooting the ball this half. Much more consistent, hitting a much higher percentage.
Here's Ewing, and it's good off the glass. Ewing's got the game tied up here for the Pistons.
And he has the chops for this, raising the intensity when it matters most.
You see why his number's being called. Dangerous score down the stretch.
Outside DeRozan. Over Booker. Another miss by DeRozan.
Coming out of halftime, he wanted to start strong, yet the opposite happened.
Yeah, well, I mean, once he gets the ball, it's just off to the races.
And you have to like the punctuation at the end of it. Great individual play.
Cowens passes to DeRozan. Over Booker. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And the thing that really sticks out when you look at Derek Favors, his defensive versatility. You know, he can guard the 4s or the 5s on the inside or out. And to have a player like that allows your team to excel.
Lister's checked in for Houston. Doc Rivers, he's checked in for the Pistons. Booker outside. Back to Robinson. Just 5 to shoot. That's tipped. Rivers with it. He dishes it to Redd. Here's Cowens. Passes to DeRozan. Got a piece of it. Redd against Anthony. Got that bucket in no time at all. Anthony's got 6 here in this quarter. The Pistons have gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. Here's Cowens, defended by Lister. Here's DeRozan. Detroit, no good that time either.
You know, and after fighting to get back into it, that was the chance there to tie it up.
Ever so close. Needed that one to go down. He started off solid. Had 2 threes at halftime, but blank from deep since.
Red passes to Cowens. Takes the 13-footer. It's rebounded by Houston. Now Anthony to the middle. Here's Robinson. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Now it's a 4-point Rocket lead.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Here's Cowens, defended by Lister. Cowens passes to DeRozan. Robinson with the block. And he recovers it. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. Reds got 10 points in just the second half.
He is starting to build up a little confidence. Hit just 1 3 in the entire first half, but he has hit 2 more since then.
Booker outside. Back to Robinson. Walker against Rivers. But they'll get another chance.
Oh, tough play underneath there to give them another possession. Just what they were hoping for. A little more time off the clock.
Pass to Cowens. He feeds it to Red. He kicks it to Ewing. Baseline J on the way. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
Big shot. As soon as he got an opening, boy, did he let it fly.
He doesn't need a second invitation. If the D's going to give him that much room, he'll jump at the chance to take the hero shot.
And Booker kicks to Anthony. Over Red. Makes a big high bounce and goes in. And it's now 23 points for Carmelo Anthony.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
There's a screen. Walker against DeRozan. Shoots over Walker. It's good. And the Rocket lead is cut down to a point with the bucket from DeMar DeRozan. And there's the pass to Lister. Robinson down low. He's guarded by Ewing. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
And the first one drops. Robinson hits them both.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
And DeRozan kicks to Ewing. And there's the feed to Rivers. The screen from Ewing. Rivers dishes to Ewing. Outside DeRozan. Rivers. Houston leading by 3. Outside, Walker. There's a screen by Robinson. Anthony against Red. The 11-footer. It's hauled in by Ewing. Ewing's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. DeRozan passes to Rivers. Here's Cowens, guarded by Walker. They set the screen. Off the screen. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. And it's 29 points for DeMar DeRozan. Houston's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Red with the steal. And here we go. Red heading to the hoop. Rips down the breakaway slam. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
Here's Robinson. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Robinson's got 28.
Really good work on the interior. That is a critical 2 points there. That was an ideal scenario really for him. Point-blank range and also a size advantage.
That one touched the backboard first, and it's ruled a goaltend. Count it.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
They set the pick. Robinson sets a screen for Walker. Robinson a screen on Rivers. Anthony in the corner. And the three off target.
I don't know what's happened to him in this second half, but he's been terrible from deep.
DeRozan against Booker. And DeRozan kicks to Red. The shot will not fall. The Rockets go the other way with it. Here's Booker. And DeMar DeRozan pulls it down.
I appreciate the attack mindset, but with the defense tracking him down, it was probably better to kick that one out.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for two. And there's the foul against Houston.
Shooting two.
He drops the first one, and that will put them up by two. So he gets them both, and it's a three-point game.
He thrives in these big moments. He's always ready to help put the game away.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Dishes it to Robinson. And here we go with DeRozan running it up the middle. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. DeRozan's got 17 points here in the second half. Booker is screen on Rivers. Walker dishes to Booker. Red against Anthony. Rebounded by the Pistons. Cowens has got rebound number 15 here tonight. Inside, Ewing. And that one is off. Excellent D that time from Robinson. Walker against Rivers. Here's Anthony. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and two shots coming up.
Shooting for Houston, Carmelo Anthony.
He hits the first one, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. And so he makes both from the line.
And that makes it a one-possession game, guys. Got to be the biggest free throws of the game thus far.
Rivers passes to Red. The screen from Ewing. Red misses.
Oh, you can tell he's frustrated to get that good of a look from three, and he didn't make it.
And Walker kicks to Robinson. That's tipped out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. .29 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Well, we can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possession.
There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 4 on the shot clock. The screen from Ewing. They get it back. Cowens passes to Ewing. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
Wow, stepping up in the clutch. Great way to end this.
Timeout called the Rockets. They're down by 5. 1 second left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, it's a dejected group of guys. I mean, they've got a lot of pride, and just hadn't happened for them here tonight.
The most important thing to remember, it's not over, but they have to step up on both ends to have a chance.
For 3, Booker, it's good.
You can see there, the defender allows himself to get picked.
You know, it's all about effort. Sometimes you're going to get hit on hard screens. You just have to fight through them.
And so the big win by Detroit in a tight game. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply...
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.